Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for May 24th, 2018. Okay, I have to help you ask, or rather help me. Hello, Periscope, Blinky Blink, and all who are joining me on Facebook Live. Listen, today is my mother's birthday. Today is Grandlady's birthday, or Nerline Davis. So I'm asking that everyone who will join me later, that you would help me wish the most wonderful woman on this planet a happy birthday. Okay, as a matter of fact, this entire perspective is going to be about Grandlady. Okay, and I'm talking about the power of exposure. The power of exposure. Good morning, son Bronston and Vanessa and Kendra. Good evening, Deb. Good evening. Okay, so say, Mother, you're already getting your happy birthdays from Periscope and Facebook Live. Okay, so here we go. The power of exposure is phenomenal. And it literally, listen to me. The power of exposure can literally change the trajectory of your life. And I'm not being dramatic on that. So often we live in our little bubbles, in little silos, and our whole world is only as big as the sphere that we poke our head outside of the door, and that's about it. We know our neighborhood, we know our city. The birthday lady has joined us. Okay, the problem with that and not seeing more and seeing different and seeing other and seeing better is that we can believe that all we have is all there is. We can fall into the trap of believing that all that we're surrounded by, all that we can see is all there is. And the world is so much more, so much bigger than our little silo that we sometimes lock ourselves into. Okay, so here's where Mother comes in. This was years ago. This is pre-cell phone days. And for those of you who know me, Mother is my mother-in-law. Not my birth mother, but my mother-in-law, who has never once called me her daughter-in-law. I've always been her daughter. So this was years ago, before cell phone days, and she would come out to where we would live and visit with us and stay with us a couple of weeks, and all the family is back in St. Louis. Every time, without fail, I promise you I'm not exaggerating, and I'm talking about exposure. Every time the phone would ring, it would be one of Mother's grown children from back in St. Louis. And I'm watching this. She's just living. She's not teaching a lesson like this. Okay, she's just living it. I was being exposed to something different. Now, when you are grown as a child, you can do what you want to do. You do not have to go around people that you don't want to go around. You don't have to call people that you don't want to call to. Every day, literally, we would get like this. Mother, here's the phone. When the phone rang, Mother, the phone is going to be for you, so we don't even need to answer it. Nobody called us. They were all calls for Mother. I saw then the power, the relationship, the love that she had for her grown children. More importantly, I saw the love that her grown children had for her. When you are grown, again, you don't have to do certain things, parent or not. They would take her to breakfast. They would take her to lunch. Oh, Mother, come on, let's go shopping. Oh, Mother, I want you to see this. Come with me. Every time the phone, I'm like, y'all get her all year, every day. She out here visiting us for a couple of weeks, and you always call her. What I learned from that, because I was exposed to something different, was this. Hollie, if you want to have relationship with your daughters when they're grown, you're going to have to change something. You're going to have to fix something up. One of my daughters is very much like me. One of the daughters is very much like my husband. And so naturally, one of us would do this. Naturally, one of us would do that. I did not want that kind of relationship with my daughters when they were grown. I wanted what I saw. I was being exposed to something different, and it made me hungry. Now here's the challenge to you. When you are exposed to something different, something new, something bigger, something more effective, we have an option. We have the choice to just say, oh, wow, yeah, wow, that sure is nice. I wish I had a relationship like that with my... We can do that and think it's just for other people. We can think it's just for someone else because they're so special, or wow. Okay, we can think that. In reality, we have to work on and make intentional, deliberate actions toward building relationship, toward building the relationships. Okay, so that exposure to what I was seeing live and in color. Mother is a walking ball of love. That's one of her grandchildren joining her right now. Okay, hey Tanya, I'm talking about grandlady on here. Everywhere she goes, people fall in love with her. What I learned from that was, Holly, you're going to have to change some things with this child in particular. She's not like you, so you need to stop that idea of her trying to be a mini you. She is not. She is the person that God created. And so unless you want a relationship like this when you get older, you better do what you need to do. Well, I believe tremendously in the power of counseling and therapy. I have a couple of therapists on speed dial on my phone. So I took my little hips to therapy and I said, listen, doctor, I don't have the kind of relationship that I want with one of my children in particular. I need to fix it. And guess what? I knew the onus was on me. I wanted something that was, if I wanted years from then, what I saw happening with mother and her grown children, I said, okay, it's on me. Something's got to change. And I'm telling you, because I made the intentional, deliberate actions, the relationship with both of my children right now is phenomenal. We talk. Now, I ain't foolish enough to think they tell me everything because they're trying to be grown. But we have a relationship that is trustworthy. It's built on love. And I'm telling you, that's right. That's right. Yes, she is, Tanya, and you know I'm telling the truth. Because I was exposed to something that I just didn't know existed. I thought either you got it or you don't. You have it or you don't. No. We all have the power within us to be exposed. Put yourself in scenarios. Put yourself in situations so you can see another version, a different version, a better, more effective version of how things can be. It's very difficult to dream about things that you can't see, the things that you haven't been exposed to. It's difficult to dream about more and you've never been exposed to more. In different areas of your life, you need to expose yourself to more, because the silo that you are living in, your little world, is not the only world. There's more. There is more out there. So I will be forever grateful. I'm grateful, period, for Nerlene Davis in my life. I'm a better woman because she's in my life. If you do not have people who are bigger, better, more thoughtful, more creative, more loving, smarter than you are in your circle, you gotta widen your circle. You have to expose yourself to more. Okay? You got to expose yourself to more. This is what one woman did in my life. Imagine the power that you have if you widen your circle and expose yourself to other perspectives. Okay? She didn't even, I've told her this through the years, that she's made a difference. And so that's a generational impact, because my children are different, because of the mother they got. They got a different mother at a certain point. Okay, so happy birthday to Grand Lady. And listen, my challenge to each of you who are listening, who are watching, who watch on YouTube, who watch on my site, the challenge is to expose yourself to different, to better, to bigger. It will change the trajectory of your life. Okay, happy birthday, Grand Lady. And until next time, take real good care of yourselves.